I recently received an email from a young lady. She's in her 20s and she is dating her pastor. She had just a couple of questions that she wanted me to answer for her. The first question was, how do you prepare yourself if you're dating someone and you feel that you're not as mature spiritually? The next question she asked me is the importance of finding a mentor and what to do if you can't find one. She also wanted to know that if you're not currently going to the same church as your partner, when is the best time to transition to his church? And she wanted to know the do's and the don'ts while you are getting ready to transition to his church. In this video, I'm going to answer the question about how to transition to your pastor's church and what you should and shouldn't do. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2 yet of this series, make sure you go back and watch those 2 videos. Before I dive into the question, first I want to tell a little about myself. I've been married for 31 years and a pastor's wife for 30 years. I started creating videos for pastors' wives because I want to help them to grow and also share some of the things that I have learned about being a pastor's wife. I also create videos about being a submissive wife, being a mom, and also a stepmom. If any of these topics interest you, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. First, I want to talk about the do's and the don'ts of transitioning. I don't know if the members at the church that you attend knows about you and your pastor's relationship yet. And if they do, make sure that your personal life, that you keep it private. And whatever things that you guys do together, talk about, you should keep those things to yourself. Because by him being a pastor, you have to be careful about private things that you share about him. And you want people to not lose respect for him. So make sure that you don't discuss your desire to even marry him. You want to keep that to yourself. Now, this will be a great time for you to start practicing becoming a listener. For example, when you are interacting with members from your church, you want to practice to be a listener, allowing that person to share and to talk about themselves, and you just give advice and not share anything personally about yourself unless you're using it for a testimony. Because if you guys get married, you want to already know how to listen more than you speak. That will help you out in many ways as a first lady in the long run. When should you transition? Before or after the proposal? I would definitely say don't start going to his church right now. Wait. I would wait for a couple of different reasons, and I'm going to go over those reasons with you. Number 1, if you start going to his church right now, the members from his church find out that you guys are dating. It may make him feel a little uncomfortable because he may not want anyone to know right now. And the reason why he may not want anyone to know right now, because he may want to make sure that you are the one for him. Number 2, what if he doesn't propose to you? It wouldn't matter as much if you're not going to his church and he don't propose to you. It's going to make you feel a certain way if you are going to his church and then he decides that he don't want to take you guys' relationship any further. That can make you feel embarrassed. So that's another reason, if I was you, I would wait for him to propose to you before you start going to his church. Number 3, if you guys get married, one thing about being a pastor's wife is that you're going to always be in the spotlight. And at first, it can be exciting, but after a couple of years of that, it can be a little exhausting and aggravating too. When you marry a pastor, 95% of your life is going to revolve around the ministry. Ministry life can be exciting for the first couple of years, but it's also easy to get burned out too because of the constant sacrificing that you have to do. So enjoy the stage of your life that you're in right now and don't be in a rush to transition to your pastor's church. You didn't ask me this in the email, but I do just want to tell you that don't move too fast. Make sure that you guys are on the same page in your relationship. Make sure that he feels the same way about you that you feel about him, because you have to protect yourself when you are dating, and you don't want to move too fast, and also you don't want to push him. Make sure that it's his idea about you guys getting married, and it's something that he wants to do just as much as you want it. And always pray for God's will in your life. I hope I covered everything for you. If you have any questions about being a pastor's wife, if there's a particular topic that you want me to talk more about, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, if you haven't watched part 1 or part 2 yet of this series, make sure you go back and watch those 2 videos. Thank you for your support. Bye.